everyone, this is Hengis Satanta Smoochworth and welcome to my channel. The topic of tonight's video is foreign influence, specifically how the nation of Turkey attempts to influence American public opinion. Turkey has a rather unique approach in influencing foreign opinion. The Turkish efforts at foreign influence center on one man, Fethullah Gulen. He is the man behind the Hizmet, a Turkish word for service, the Hizmet movement, a nebulous movement that promotes an apparently tolerant version of Islam. Gulen is now an enemy of the state in Turkey because of his alleged involvement in a 2016 coup attempt. Although his influence inside Turkey has waned, he still runs over 100 schools in the United States. The Atlantic has reminded us not to suspect a man referred to as a theologian to run inherently religious schools because that would be xenophobic. Whether they inculcate a Muslim faith in their pupils is a separate issue from the clear and reported fact that many of these schools have large financial problems, in addition to many other problems. These Gulen schools have, for instance in the state of New Jersey, garnered over $60 million in taxpayer funds. At the same time, there are also allegations of how these schools have illegally changed grades and inflating attendance rates to grab more money from the public coffer. Secular institutions like the NAACP dislike the schools. Others with more traditional Muslim beliefs, like the followers of Turkish leader Erdogan, also dislike these schools. The entire Gulen school movement is shrouded in darkness. The claims of attempted Islamization and indoctrination are many, but instead of recounting them, I will give you Gulen's own words. And I quote, "You must move in the arteries of the system without anyone noticing your existence until you reach all the power centers. If they do something prematurely, the world will crush our heads and Muslims will suffer everywhere. You must wait for the time when you are complete and conditions are ripe until we can shoulder the entire world away and carry it." But here's the interesting aspect of Turkish influence. The Erdogan regime, that is the current regime, reviles Hizmet, that is Gulen's movement, and has even sent its foreign minister to inform Congress that this movement and this man have infiltrated American institutions. General Flynn, of recent fame, was also reportedly paid to help extradite Gulen back to Turkey. Gulen, by the way, lives in Pennsylvania. Since Erdogan no longer has use for Gulen and his network, he is developing his own propaganda network to combat the former. A major vehicle for this relatively new change in Turkey's propaganda effort is its news organization's TRT World. Its program is exclusively in English, although Turkey does not boast an impressive English-speaking population. Turkey is not known for its kindness or toleration of foreign press writing negative stories either. These two facts indicate that TRT World, the new Turkish media outlet, does not have a domestic focus. Their slogan is indirectly honest about their aims, and I quote, "where news inspires change." In other words, politically motivated publishing for a foreign audience, also known as soft power propaganda. In the 2 years of its existence, it has grown to 3 international offices in DC, London, and Singapore. It has amassed over 34 million YouTube views, and has an international channel available in some satellite TV packages. Many of its stories lionize Muslims around the world, or show them as poor victims of Western oppression. TRT World also reports that the Turkish government is not trying to kidnap Gulen. They also ironically claim that Gulen wants to be a dictator. It seems like the pot calling the kettle black to me. The Gulen network seems to be on the ropes, and TRT World does not seem to be leaping into stardom. Of all the foreign influencers I have surveyed, Turkey seems to be the least competent. I hope it stays that way. Thank you for listening to my channel. Again, this is Hengis Satanta Smoochworth, and I appreciate all your thoughtful commentary below. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe.